Hello, welcome. Hope you are having a great day today. So before we jump in, I want to ask you guys a favor. I am coming up on my 1 year anniversary of recording these videos each and every day through the week. And if you would please, if you could subscribe, share, follow, all the things, I would greatly appreciate it. I want this information to get out to whoever it could be beneficial for. So you are the one that would need to help me do this. So please, like I said, if you can subscribe to my channel, follow, all the things, that's going to be very, very helpful. And the growling you hear in the background is Annie Mae. She doesn't want Hank getting her food. So I don't have any wild animals in the house if you hear growling. All right, today we're going to be talking about 1 Samuel chapter 5. And in today's chapter, we see some more discussion about the Ark of the Covenant. So I wanted to just start with verse 1 to kind of bring you up to speed. It says, after the Philistines captured the Ark of God, they took it from the battleground at Ebenezer to the town of Ashdod. They carried the Ark of God into the temple of Dagon and placed it beside an idol of Dagon. But when the citizens of Ashdod went to see it the next morning, Dagon had fallen with his face to the ground in front of the Ark of the Lord. So they took Dagon and put him in his place again. But the next morning, the same thing happened. Dagon had fallen face down before the Ark of the Lord. This time, his head and hands had broken off and were lying in the doorway. Only the trunk of his body was left intact. That is why, to this day, neither the priest of Dagon nor anyone who enters the temple of Dagon in Ashdod will step on its threshold. This made God very angry. We know time and time again, we have seen that one of the things that angers God most is when we worship things other than Him. And this was an idol that was being worshiped. God takes it a step further. The people who were there were actually struck with these tumors. So God was very, very angry. And I guess you could say the people begin to panic and they want to move the Ark of the Covenant away from them. They want to move the Ark of the Covenant away from them. So it was moved to Gath. And when it arrived in Gath, more tumors. People began to be struck by these tumors. They moved it again to Ekron. Again, more tumors, more tumors. Everyone was saying no to the Ark of the Covenant because they knew that God was angry because they were engaging in idol worship. The footnote that I want to share with you today is this. It actually deals with verses 1 through 12. It says, Dagon was the chief god of the Philistines. And if you'll remember, this is who the Israelites were in war with. And they believed he helped them in battle and sent rain to assure bountiful harvest. Why did the Philistines place the ark in Dagon's temple? The Philistines believed that the ark represented the power and presence of the God of Israel. They thought that by taking the ark into Dagon's temple, they were taking control of Israel's God and proving that Dagon was superior. The Philistines should have immediately started to doubt their assumptions since the great idol of Dagon fell down in front of the ark several days in a row, which we just read about. It wasn't until the people living nearby began to get sick and die that the Philistines realized for certain that the ark represented a source of power greater than they had ever seen, a power that even their god, Dagon, could not control. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time.